know, it's so weird. Okay, there's 20 people in here. Got it.
So let me just go there. Okay.
Hold on.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our presentation tonight. It is such a privilege for us to just welcome you to this class, and we're looking forward to sharing with you a little bit about creating that wellness freedom. Who would love this? Who would like better wealth and better health? Isn't that something that we all work for? My name is Martie Kruger, and I am the co-host with Dr. Danielle tonight. I'll share, she'll introduce herself in a bit. But to tell you a little bit about my story, as you can see, I'm the mom with the two boys who's bigger than me and my husband. And my journey with dōTERRA started about 5 years ago. And I am forever grateful for this incredible business that has answered all my prayers and thoughts. I was a mom just trying to look for income to provide for my family, and very grateful that dōTERRA found me. And on this pathway, we've created an incredible business with an amazing community that you'll get to meet tonight. And also been blessed to be a country founder for dōTERRA and a diamond, which you'll hear in a bit what that means. And just so incredible grateful. Now, my co-host tonight, she's going to introduce herself, but the photo on there is very special because her and her friend is the same person who introduced both of us to dōTERRA, and Danielle is all the way from Hawaii. So hello, Dr. Danielle. Really awesome to have you here with us tonight.
Hello. So great to be with you guys. And, I just want to say when I was beginning a health and wellness business and partnering, with dōTERRA that we're going to talk about, and Martie, I hear you say, 5 years. That was the one thing that really stuck with me was that one of my coworkers that I worked with said, well, you might as well do something now because 5 years is going to pass anyway. And how incredible to think that in 5 years from now, you could have completely different finances and circumstances and freedom. And that is what it was for me too. And I'm so forever grateful for those 5 years that I put in and has allowed me to, further my career in mental health, as well as publish and do research. So I'm a doctor of psychology, and I do a lot of trainings for mental health practitioners now on natural implementation for mental health.
I love that, Danielle. And actually, I'm going to ask you to share on the screen a little bit, specifically from that background and why this
Perfect.
is so important. Thanks.
Oh, yes. No, this is such a great. So first off, I'm glad you guys are here. And I want to see in the chat box, how many of you put a one if you're just checking out this as a business. You haven't started, but you're thinking about it. I would love to see that. And then maybe put a two in the chat box if you are already started your business and you're very excited about it. So I would love to see where you guys are at. So I'm just telling you a little bit about my story as I talk about this slide. So as a doctor of psychology, I loved working in the mental health field. I loved helping the teenagers that I worked with, but I did not love the lack of freedom, more case files, less time with clients, and all the things that come with like billing, including pharmaceuticals and all of that you have to refer for. And I just was like, well, there's more I could do with people. And that's what kind of drove me to say, I got to get out of this system and have more freedom to help people as we are intended to help them. So when I was looking at doing that, I didn't want to just start a business and do something completely different from, my expertise and my passion, which was health and wellness. And I think many of you are here because of that. You have a passion for health and wellness. And I commend you for being here because you're on the right path. And I'm so grateful I found this path. So number one thing you need to know is that healthcare and the wellness industry in general is the largest, most money is in health, what do you call it? Health and wellness industry. So you can see $6.3 trillion industry. And that's what I love is that people are searching for this. They want a way to naturally care for themselves. They're not just looking for a pharmaceutical to mask. They want to get better. They want to feel well. So you have solutions with natural products that actually work. And so that's what we're talking about here. We're not just saying, oh, try to sell like, some anti-aging skincare cream to as many people as possible. We're talking about actual healthcare in people's homes that changes their lives. And you get to be a part of that, let alone doTERRA has given the opportunity for you to partner and help people explore those solutions.
Love that. Thanks, Dr. Danielle. Yeah, so like Dr. Danielle is saying, there are so many different businesses probably out there, but what I love is that we are actually ahead of time because, when I got started in South Africa 5 years ago, I mean, my knowledge of essential oils were zero. And not that I can say I'm an expert already, but I absolutely love these oils. And the more you move around, you are seeing diffusers, you are seeing different health and wellness businesses come up because people are really looking for a natural solution. And then before we're going to talk a little bit about why doTERRA, and there's a couple of things that I'm excited to also hear from you because you've been with doTERRA so long. We are very blessed that we have this amazing offices in Johannesburg. So we've been to the product center. They've actually upgraded it. It looks even more pretty than this. Also, when we are looking at a business, you want a business that is really, sorry, I'm running out of my English tonight, but is already established in the market. You've got, we've got our warehouse, we've got our product center. You can go there, you can go and collect it. We are expanding into Africa. There's a couple of people from Botswana in our team, Namibia. And as we grow as a market, we have this amazing company that already have a great foothold in Africa. So what I would love to do is just share a short little video with you about doTERRA. Why you need to look at doTERRA. And of course, this is not just about essential oils. It is really about this lifestyle, about this health journey that we're going on. But I'm going to press play and enjoy this little short video.
What is purity? Is it the absence of contaminants? Something pristine, unadulterated? Or is it the way we treat others, the conditions on which we give? Is purity a love, the kind felt for a distant community as if it were a close-knit family? Or is it the will to do good for no other reason than because it's good? Is it honesty, fairness, good character? One thing's for sure, purity is not evil. Pursuit of purity requires more than just conviction. It means rejecting even the thought of cutting a corner. It means doing what's right, even when what's right is what's seemingly insurmountable. We are more than just an essential oils company. We are in the business of empowerment. Everything we do is designed to open opportunity. Whether it's a farmer inspired, mother assured, an athlete emboldened, or an entrepreneur on fire. This is our mission, to empower through purity. It's why we don't just buy farms, we build farmers. It's why we don't just see another's potential, we make sure they see it themselves. It's why we turn wellness advocates into advocates of change through our product as well as our purpose. It's why everything we do is designed to empower others. And best of all, we're not alone. So let's pursue together. Let's pursue healthier families and happier communities, kinder interactions and stronger connections. Let's pursue understanding and common ground, humility, empathy, charity. Let's pursue being the difference that makes all the difference. Let's pursue a smile on the face of everyone we meet and a positive impact left behind everywhere we go. Because when the pure gifts of the earth are paired with the pure love of each other, there is no telling what we can achieve. dōTERRA, pursue what's pure.
I don't know about you, Danielle, but every time that I watch that video, I mean, I get so emotional to know that I have a business that is paying for me and, you know, providing for my family, but it's also having an impact on thousands and thousands of people across the world, not just the people who's using the product, but really also the farmers. And I know firsthand, and I'd love for you to share as well, you've had experience. We've gone to these co-impact sourcing and just seeing how dōTERRA is really hard as not just to empower, you know, the farmers where they get the oils from, because that's very important, but they also are there to empower you and give you a product that you can actually take into this world and just share. And it's like it says, it's not just an oil, but it is this complete lifestyle that we are showing people. I mean, you stay in America, you've been with dōTERRA for many years. If you'd like to just share a little bit about this incredible background and all that dōTERRA has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'd love to see in the chat box from you guys, what is your biggest reason? Maybe there's two reasons that you want to have your own health and wellness business. I would love to see what is a driving factor for you. I know for me, I was not trained in business. I was trained in mental health. And at the time that, you know, my best friend Kirsten came to me and said, hey, this company, I mean, how many of you guys have heard this conversation from a friend of yours now, and you're here listening because of this? She's like, this company that is revolutionizing what they're doing to essential oils and creating essential oil infused products with the most pure that are on the planet. And they're actually looking for people to partner with to provide that education and empower your community that you know. And I was like, well, I don't even know anything about business. I just I didn't really understand. I was pretty skeptical. I thought, well, will this really even work? Because I didn't know anything other than I'm an employee, or I start my own business from the ground up and pay for employees and overhead and shipping and manufacturing and all these things. But I didn't understand this type of model. And so I started looking into it, and I was blown away. This model is the only model that really creates the most freedom in our lives and allows us to impact the most people. I loved that. And so I'll kind of go weave in and out of my story here, but let's go right here. This little image that you see here of a man getting buckets of water. And so the story is the man in a village would get buckets of water and he would take it to the village and sell the water. But he was capped because he can only haul as many buckets as he can a day. And then if he left on, a little vacation, he's not hauling buckets, so he's not getting paid. And so that's your typical way when you are, when we earn money, is we're just trading our time for money, and that's it. So what this type of business is it creates a pipeline. So this little image here and this one here shows you that he's building a pipeline in his spare time. He's got to make money, so he's got to still haul the buckets. And then he starts building this pipeline. So then it goes to the village and it just flows, and he gets paid because it's continuing to flow. So that's the difference in how you earn money with a company like dōTERRA that already is established. Shipping, employees, they pay all the overhead costs, the manufacturing. They do all of this for you. And then all you get to do is use the products, be a product of the product, and educate people on those products and really empower people in their homes. So that to me, I was like, wow, well, I could do that. I could definitely do that. And I'll share a moment that I had. We're going to show you, the income potential here. And when I was shown the income potential, I was blown away because had way more potential than me with a doctorate degree in the US. And I was like, wait, what? Like I can make up to this much and this much. I wouldn't be able to make that in my career, not in a monthly basis. My career at the time, and it could have still scaled, I was making about this much, about between this level and this level in my career. With a doctorate, I make about this much in my career. So that's nice, but this is like triple the amount. And what really, struck me is I had never dreamed about being able to make this much money. I was on a trip with my family and we were at a pool, and my brother-in-law, who also, he's not in doTERRA, but he is partnered with a company that has the same type of business model. They do skincare, but we were all sitting at the pool, and what happened was he stepped away to take a phone call and he was talking about the business, and then he came back to the pool. And I just remember going, oh my gosh, I want to work like that, because I had taken my vacation time and I was like, I want to be able to just take a phone call at the pool. And that's when it hit me. And I know he at the time made a lot of money. He was making about this at that time. And I remember thinking, he's so lucky that he can take a phone call and has a business like this and can make this much money. He's so lucky. How many of you guys have ever looked at people and thought that? Well, something shifted for me in that moment. When that thought came to me, I was like, he's so lucky. That's when I went, oh, wait a second. It's not luck. It is absolutely not luck. It is absolutely effort. And I can do this. And I'm like, I'm just as capable as him. I can absolutely do this. And so I did. And it took me around 3 years and I got to this level where I'm basically tripled my income that I was making. And it has been the biggest blessing, because it allowed me to quit my full-time job and just show up every single day for people, helping them with mental health, helping them with physical health, with the essential oils, traveling and doing humanitarian work. Like Martie talked about, I got to go to Nepal and take a month off, but that pipeline was still flowing. So just want to share a little bit about like this potential for you. So I know I asked some questions and I want to look at that real quick. Change people's lives. Yes, such a motivating factor. And I love that you said, and it gives you, creates a freedom for you, passion for transforming lives. Stop putting chemicals in their body. Yes. I love all of this. And then the financial independence. Yes, it's a win-win situation. doTERRA has put 48% of all of their sales into its business partners. That goes back to the business partners. Instead of going on shelves and commercials, they pay you for that education. That's the type of business model. And you get to be part of a global movement revolutionizing healthcare and make the financial. So now in the chat box, I'm going to turn it over to Martie, but now in the chat box, I want to see right now, which of these monthly would make just a huge difference in your life, and ultimately, what would be your goal? So please put 2, and you can put the money amount, or you can put the elite, premier, silver, gold, platinum. Tell me right now, like if in like 6 months you could make this much money, it would just take a huge amount of pressure off of you. And then what's your ultimate goal?
I love that, Danielle. And I remember when I first saw this. So I started my journey, Kirsten and Kyle and you, and all of you were just sharing with me what was possible. And although I looked at it and I thought, is this even possible? I really just put my head down and started to work. And what I love about what we do is that we actually get to impact and change people's lives. I could have probably gone and sell t-shirts or, something harmful, but I get to share something with somebody that is changing their lives. So my husband and myself, Franz, is also on here. Maybe I'll let him share his testimony at the end. But we started to do this business, and we started just before COVID. So that was in November 2019. Started to build doTERRA, and 2-3 months later, it was COVID. As you know, my husband's business stood completely still. They had zero income that we had from that. But with my doTERRA business, we were really flying. We were just expanding. People were just looking for natural solutions even more and more. And we went from elite to premier, replaced my husband's income completely and my own with the business within that couple of months. And then by that year, October, we were gold and country founders, where we actually get to share 1% of the country's sales. And if you were wondering, there are still 12 spots open in South Africa.
That was 7.
12.
I thought it was 7. It's 12.
They've changed.
Okay.
Yeah,
They've changed it.
Yeah.
Yes. Got it.
So
I just wanted to double check. That's amazing. 12.
12.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to know who wants one of those positions. Please put in the chat box if you want one of those 12 founder positions.
So just to explain, you have to achieve something to get it, but then you get to share on 1% of the entire country's sales that is paid out yearly. It is just an additional bonus. So for me, becoming a founder was something that I worked hard for. And then we became diamond. So my husband and myself, we are diamond leaders in South Africa. We have a couple of founders in our team already, and we're working hard towards helping many more have those founders positions and also becoming a diamond and a presidential diamond. But this has been really life-changing, and I'm loving all of these me and one and presidential diamond. There are really so much that you can do with this business. And the potential is unlimited because we're actually really only getting started in South Africa. That's really the truth.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did you want me to go to the next slide? Sorry, I just started.
No, did you want to say something? You can say.
Only thing that I can segue it into the next slide if you want. I didn't mean to step on your toes there. But if you think about that, so any business you create, you get paid on your customer base. If you have a pizza business, you get paid on your customer base. What Martie's telling you is that there are now 12, which was news to me. That's amazing amount of positions that you need to be gold and above to have that position. And that means you get paid a percentage. So you get paid on your customer base, but now you get paid on the entire country customer base because they are looking for people who are leaders that can educate and inspire and speak. And so that's what those positions are. They do take a lot of work and a lot of effort. But again, it's something that will pay you for life on that. So I just love that. So I'll segue into this and then Marta, I'll let you take the next slide, I guess. So how do you make money? And we've kind of already touched on this. So a lot of it is helping people know what the oils do. So one of the best, examples is giving people a drop of peppermint on the back of their neck. It just helps wake them up and brighten their day. I still remember we're in the airport with Martie going to Cape Town, and she gets stopped at the not TSA, what do you call it? We call it TSA. The security.
Just the security.
Yes, the security for having essential oils. And they're like, wait, what is this? And she gets stopped and she's like, well, let me show you. And so she's putting a drop in all of their hands and saying, put it on the back of your neck. And they were like, wow, where do I get this? And so instead of getting confiscated her oils, she shared her oils and also shared, how to get them with her. So it's really helping people feel what the oils can do. The next thing would be educating. Anytime we buy things, it usually takes us 5 to 7 times before we purchase something. How many of you guys get on Amazon and you're like, okay, I'm looking for a dog bowl, but I want stainless steel that's non-toxic, that's this. And you have to search, you research, you educate yourself before you purchase something. And so same thing, people need the education. And so we teach classes. And Martie and I teach them every Tuesday. You just get to bring your people. You can teach people one-on-one. It's like there's always ways that we teach people. And then you help them order, and then you support them in that wellness journey. That is the business right there. How many of you guys, raise of hands, think you could do that? Share an oil, help people get the education, whether it's you or somebody else you take them to, enroll them and help, and then support them in their wellness journey. I hope everyone, if you feel like you could do that, then you can do this business. So questions you might have that Martie's going to answer as well. Okay, cool. How do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? And what's the next step? So Martie, you want to take us to that?
Sorry, I'm battling to unmute. Yeah, so Dr. Danielle shared how, what you can do, how do you build the business, but I want to share with you a little bit about the different ways that you can actually earn with this company. Now, there are 5 different ways how you are able to earn. We're not going to dive deep into all of them. That is a different class where we can show that to you. But I am going to focus on 2 of the ways that you can earn. And I'm going to mention, so the 5 different ways is retail sales, our fast start bonus, our power of 3, our uni level, and our performance pools, which is 2 parts. And this is really incredible. And as you grow in your business, you'll be able to do this. And the main way is, as Dr. Danielle shared in the beginning, where she said, if you have building a pipeline, this is what our loyalty reward program is about. Our loyalty reward program is actually how you continue to build your business. And this is when the more people are using our products, you build that business. So I want to quickly go into fast start. And the best way to explain fast start is, as you just heard, when you are helping somebody get started with the oils, either with one of our 2 kits. Now, the kits that you are seeing on the screen right now, that is our top 2 selling kits in South Africa. You have our Home Essentials kit, which is 4,795 Rand. That is the #1 selling kit in South Africa, and Africa, actually, for that matter. If you sell one of those to one of your customers, you earn about almost 700 Rand, just under 700 Rand commission. That you get in the first 60 days. So if they buy about 200 PV, right, product value. But you also get this 3 levels there. So 20, 10, and 5% in the first 60 days. If somebody gets started with a Home Essentials, you can see on the right-hand side, I've showed you it's like 333 Rand if they buy the Family Essentials kit. Now, this is a great way to get cash flow in. If you know in 2 weeks' time, your child has got something going on at school and you need to pay, if you start working today, because guess what? If you start working today, next week, you can already get paid on Friday. I mean, I love that we get paid every Friday because Fast Start is paid out weekly. So this is paid out 4 times if you are, introducing new people into the business. And it really depends on how much you put in. You can earn 300 Rand a week. And we've had people, myself, that had earn way more, 14,000 Rand a week. So just think about that. If you introduce your 2 people with the Home Essentials, just that commission is about 1,500 Rand. What can you do with an extra 1,500 Rand in a week, in a month? How would that change your finances? But the next one I'm super excited about. And yeah, Danielle and I'm going to share both a little bit upon this because this is an amazing, incredible tool to have a sustainable income that you can actually have monthly just by helping your clients and your wellness advocates that you introduce into the business use their products monthly and be rewarded for that. How incredible is that? So the power of 3, I mean, Danielle, this is a big part of your income as well, right? I'm sure you. Yeah. So
yeah, absolutely. And I'll just say, like, when you were saying, like, what could you do with an extra 5,000 Rand? I'm like, I buy more oils, I buy more like wellness products and get myself feeling better. And I'll tell you, I started this. Roxanne's nodding her head too, and Liesel, that's funny. When I started this business, I didn't start it until after I got changes with the oils. I had gut health issues and my muscles were aching all the time. And so by clearing up my gut health with these products, I started feeling so much better. And even to this day, dōTERRA is releasing in South Africa a new product that we got in the here in the States earlier. It has changed my health again to a whole nother level. I'm just like blown away. And I just, the oils plus the oil infused products. And so when I'm like, oh my gosh, I can take care of my own health, that quality of life and for your family.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, this is what it is about. The products are not separate from the business. It definitely is not. You are a product of the product. But as you are sharing this with the people around them and they become a product of the product, this is really how you get paid. So our Power of Three is actually quite simple. And this is where you can earn a bonus every single month when you achieve this goal. And how you do this is you yourself get 3 people. You need to get 3 people who either is hopefully maybe wellness advocates or customers who's interested in investing in their health, and they are purchasing, their monthly order, and they are helping them, their families, and sorting out that part of their life, like investing into their health. And as they do that, and it's a certain volume that you achieve, which is 600 OV, organization volume, you can earn a bonus of 800 Rand. But stay till the end. There's exciting news coming. So you can actually earn 800 Rand, and this is just a bonus. This is over and above the fast start that you will earn because you help them into the business, right? Into dōTERRA. Now, this is the first bonus, is 800 Rand. The second one is really where it gets interesting, because now when you've helped that friend of yours who's said, I'm investing into my health, and they say, I also would love to earn that 800 Rand, and you help all 3 of them to earn their 800 Rand, you are actually going to earn 4,000 Rand. And that is really incredible. Now, there's a lot of the people in my team who's earning 800. There's a lot that's earning 4,000, and they're working towards the next one. And again, this is just a bonus that dōTERRA gives you because you are helping others, investing in their health, you're educating them, and you're sharing that with them. And then the last bonus here is 23,000 Rand. Now, again, there's a couple of the people in my team who's earning this. And I know, Dr. Danielle, I'm sure you earning this. I don't know if you... Yeah, I'm working
for many years.
Yeah, my second one. So the month that we actually went diamond, which was in February 2022, that month we earned our very first 23,000 Rand bonus. And the next month, I somehow missed it. I don't know what I did. I don't think I focused on it. And then since then, I've not missed this bonus ever again. The 23,000 Rand extra income in our household has made a major impact. And what I love about this bonus is you get this bonus when you have people who are investing in their health. That's it. You have people who want to buy products, they are investing in their health, and you get rewarded for that. So I'm working towards my second one with this. And I want to ask this question in the chat box. If you are looking at this, I mean, I'm sure if I have to ask you, even if you don't want to say it out loud, every single person on here could do with extra 23,000 Rand. But I would love to know, just like, what would an extra 4,000 Rand do in your pocket? What would you buy? What would you spend that on? Would you buy a new car? Would you, start saving towards your home? Would you go on a holiday? How would 4,000 Rand impact your life? And I know for a lot of people, this is really something. So what I'm very excited about is actually this incredible, amazing promotion that dōTERRA is running. So if you were excited about the 4,000, pay off debts, yeah, that's the first thing to do. Be debt free. I love that. But the next one, I think, globally has got more people excited than anything else. And we are very lucky because the African market is actually starting this. And we are having a promotion that is starting on the 1st of April. And it's going to go for April and May, where you can double the 800, well, to 5, with an extra 500, but the 4,000 to 8,000 Rand. I mean, isn't that incredible? What would 8,000 Rand do to your budget? And the good news is if you get started right now and you start working with people, you can earn that 8,000 within the next 60 to 90 days easily. And that's just a bonus. And I'm loving all this pay off debt and more oils for sure. We always want more oils. So Danielle, I want you to share just a little bit about this Power of Three and the impact that you know that it's having on so many people's lives, paying for their products, changing lives, and just the excitement of that.
Yeah, thanks. I think it's so obtainable, and I think like Martie said in the beginning, there's like 5 different ways that you earn commissions by just educating and helping people purchase. There's different ways. One of the easiest ways to focus on in the beginning is this power of 3. It's an easy pathway to 8,000 Rand a month. And the reason why is because as you help those 3 people and change their lives with the oils and continue to go on that wellness journey, you continue to get paid on that. Spam call coming in. And then it grows. And for me, I would say like that, I said 1,500, sorry, it's 23,000 Rand was a game changer for my just helping pay for my house costs and my bills. It was such a relief to have that extra. And so we want to show you that easy pathway, how you can, get up to 8,000 Rand a month.
And I want to quickly share the story. So the extra pathway to 8,000, I mean, this is so exciting for me because I know people, so many people that's earning this in a month. That's their, salary, and even earning less than this. So what I did is my husband and our oldest son turned 18 in August last year. So the moment that he turned 18, I enrolled him, and we started to build his business slowly but surely, him bringing some customers, sharing them. And we started to work towards his power of 3, because I knew that he's not going to build an active business all the time. I just wanted him, when he finished, to have an income to help pay for a car and to pay for some, fuel for him. And we, first helped him, got his 800, and he got that. And now he's earning into his 4,000 Rand every month, every single month, with additional little bit of, income, probably about 6,000 or 7,000 Rand that his business is earning him. And that has taken so much pressure, because I saw Okate was saying, like, this is something that I can use towards student fees, or, there are so many different ways that we can use this. And this has really taken off the pressure for me as a mom, and my husband, for providing for our boy extra income by just helping him do something that we know that works. And with this easy pathway to 8,000, so how you are able to achieve the additional bonus is, it's not just helping new people get started, like, enrolling and they've got their oils, but it is really helping them on the pathway to this lifestyle of health, where they are incorporating and replacing over-the-counter, products that they maybe bought, with dōTERRA, with essential oils, with, our supplements, and teaching them that lifestyle. And as they go on our loyalty program, you can actually earn this additional bonus by just helping those same customers that's falling in love with the products and achieving the 8,000 Rand. I mean, 8,000 Rand. Can you imagine what that would do for your income? What difference would that make? What house would you maybe want to rent in? What would you fix? I know that we have to replace all 4 tires of my car. So this is such an incredible tool. And I'm very excited to know that this is something that I would recommend anybody be working on. And that's what I'd like to know. If you would like to know how to achieve this and would like to work towards that, I would love for you to put a 5 in the chat box for, like, high 5. This is something that I would love to work towards, because this is really possible. And there are people that's going to achieve this very quickly. And even if this takes you 3 or 6 or 12 months, imagine what this could be for you and your household. So to figure out how to do that, you have to speak to your wellness advocate so that they can really just show you how to do that. Danielle, do you want to say something before I go to the last 2 slides? We're almost finished.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've actually asked Dr. Hannah to share a testimonial, and then I am going to ask Dr. Danielle a question or 2. But I've asked Dr. Hannah, who is from Botswana. She's in our team in Botswana. She's amazing. And I'd ask her just to share a little bit of a testimonial on, just her journey with dōTERRA and why she is building dōTERRA as a business. Thanks, Dr. Hannah, for sharing with all of us.
Thank you very much, Martie. Hello, everyone. I think maybe just like some people who were very skeptical or not interested in building the business, I've known dōTERRA since the last 10 years this year. And I was not interested in building. I was busy trying to build a brick and mortar business until last year. I went to attend this convention. That's me right there, at the back there. And that's when the light bulb came for me when I sat there and listened to everyone who was building this business. And I realized that most of my brick and mortar businesses are actually holding buckets. You remember, Danielle shared about someone holding buckets and someone building a pipeline where there are a lot of overheads. We need to work to earn that money. And I'm 52. I realized that that's not the life that I want to continue doing, into my old age and retirement. I decided to do this so that I can build a pipeline that I can work on building now for the next 5 years so that the remaining years of my life, I have time freedom, I have financial freedom, and I'm also able to help other people while taking care of my health. So that's why I keep on telling my team that I've been around, I've got brick and mortar businesses, but I'm putting so much energy into this because I see the difference between having to wake up every day to work in a business that's going to generate income, but with a lot of overheads and a lot of work, versus putting in these 5 years, intentionally, consistently into building a pipeline that will eventually release, my time from the business, give me the time freedom, the financial freedom without having to work so hard. So that's why I am doing this business, because I've been there. I know how the brick and mortar, it looks glossy from the outside, but when you get in, there are so many moving parts. So that's why I am here, benefiting from the oil, my health, my family. My husband is now all in, and we are loving it all the way. Thank you very much, Martie.
Thanks so much for sharing, Dr. Hannah. And I think this is just the thing, like you said, we can generate income in so many different ways. But if you look at this amazing business opportunity that dōTERRA offers, the way that we get to do it, we get to build it from the comfort of our home. I'm having a coffee date with a friend and I'm sharing oils, and that's how I'm getting to build my business. And I think it's one of the most incredible things that we have. So, and of course, we have these incredible oil testimonials as well, and just knowing how our products are changing lives. I'm going to ask Dr. Danielle. Danielle, I mean, you are a doctor of psychology. I know that you did share in the beginning, but why would you say that a medical professional, like Dr. Hannah says, brick and mortar, why is this more rewarding even than actually just working for a 9 to 5, that salary? Why did you make that move?
Yeah, it's a good question. And before I answer that, while I'm answering that question, I want to see what questions you guys have in the chat box before we get off too, so we can address any of those in our wrap up. And some of the questions we might not be able to, but individually, the person that invited you can. But I would just love to see any questions, or also if it's not a question, maybe it was something that really inspired you today. I would love to hear in the chat box what stood out to you or what inspired you. So for me, I loved my mental health career, kind of like Dr. Hannah. I mean, both of us have been on that side of being an employee and helping people with our expertise. It's wonderful. I mean, I really did love it, but it's also very demanding. Any job is demanding. I have friends in healthcare that, I mean, and in any field, it can be very demanding. And there's a lot of unrealistic expectations, and a lot of, sometimes with a big bureaucratic system, it tends to get where it's more quantity focused versus quality. So I may mute. I think we got a few unmuted here. So I think what was important to me was I was about 36 years old at the time that I started with dōTERRA. And I got a point in my career where I was like, I love what I do, but I'm also very exhausted. I don't see how I can do this until I'm 65 when I would, that's like a retirement age. I'm like, that's 30 years more. I'm like, I could see I was getting burned out. And so, and also I wanted to contribute to a health model, not a sick model, which is really what we are trained in with medicine. And I think every single person, I would say almost every single person who gets into medicine because they want to help people with their health, not with sick care. And you get in and you're like, wow, okay, this is a little bit, it just, I think there was such a need for a holistic approach. And that's what drew me to the business. So at 36, I decided, like I told you in the beginning, I had a friend that said, hey, 5 years is going to pass anyway. You might as well do something that you have to show for it. And I was like, you're right. And so I worked full time. I was also doing my doctorate at the time, and I built my business on the side. And I just did like Martie did. I went to little coffee dates. I hosted a class. I invited people to classes online. I just did all of this outside of my full-time job and my studies. And little by little was just building people and communities. And I think one of the biggest things for me is that I get to be part of global communities now versus just my little office with no windows and my coworkers. It's just my world and relationships have expanded to are all around the world now. And for me, that's so much more fulfilling in getting to know you guys. I'm also in this picture, which is exciting. I was there in South Africa with you guys. So I hope that is, just inspiring that anybody can build this. It's just, I think the passion for helping others. And also you got to be self-motivated because this is an equal opportunity business. It is absolutely effort-based, and whatever effort you can put in and get, your negative self out of the way, you will be amazingly successful.
I love that. And actually, as a matter of fact, I love what you said. You don't have to be pre-qualified to, have certain things before you can get started. And you don't even have to know everything to get started. You just have to get started. You have to say, all right, this is where I'm going to get started with. This is what I want to do. Be coachable, be teachable, show up for trainings like this, and just put your head down and decide, this is my why, this is where I'm going to. Because many of the things that I've learned to do the business, I've learned on the way. I've grown as a person, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning new things about the oils. I'm still learning new things about the business. But I'm so grateful for this incredible business that we have been able and blessed to create it, not just for the business side, but also this incredible community that we get to be a part of. And I think that is what makes me more excited, is that, yes, this was just a mom wanting to provide for her family, and I got to do that. But now I'm helping other moms to do the same. I'm helping other women and men, and Dr. Danielle is doing the same, and Dr. Hannah is doing the same. And, all of these people that have invited you have got this dream, a dream to create a life that we really want to live. So my advice would be that please speak to the person who have invited you to the call, who've sent you this recording. Have that conversation with them. Choose the products that you want to get started with, and start using this product and sharing it with the world around you, because it will change your life in in so many ways as well. I know that there's a couple of questions, so I'm going to stop recording and stop sharing, and then we'll answer those. But thank you very much for those of you who attended the class. It was really amazing to have you here, and we will have another class next week, Thursday. So if you're thinking about people that you already want to invite, make sure to invite them to this class. And Danielle, if you want to just also say something before I stop recording.
Yeah, I would love to see in the chat box. If you're inspired and excited about this, to put a 10 in the chat box. I would love to see who's feeling like hopeful. For me, that's what it was all of a sudden I felt hopeful. Okay, I don't have to stay in a career that's very, very difficult and demanding. And also I can make way more money than I ever would, even as with a doctorate degree. And so I have been, and I'll just share, it gave me so much hope, but I also accomplished that. I accomplished that freedom and have been able to work from home, travel, and just expand my life in so many ways. And I want that for you guys as well. So.